This week on Conestoga Connected, we learn why new music is becoming more common on vinyl. Mackenzie Dobb takes a trip back to high school to find out what these art teachers do once the bell has rung. And later, we meet two women with a career you might not expect. All this and more coming up on Conestoga Connected. Welcome to Conestoga Connected. I'm Sarah Gazzola.
And I'm Edwin Harris. We've got a great show for you today, so let's not waste any time.
Agreed. Let's take a look at what our crews have been up to this week. This week, the Spinformation crew explores a growing record shop in Cambridge.
Host Brittany takes us to the present day and explains how vinyl is influencing hip-hop music.
Let's take a look.
Welcome to another episode of Spinformation, where we take an in-depth look into music genres. I'm your host, Brittany Alexandra, and I am so excited to be here. We're in downtown Cambridge, and we're here to check out Fort's record store. Let's go take a look. We were talking earlier about music today, and I'm just looking around and I see like Adele and Eminem on vinyl. Why do you think that is?
New music is now coming out, so there's the reissues of great older music in all genres, but now we're seeing all genres in new music. So that stuff is selling, and people that are getting into vinyl are going back and they're buying, like even in hip hop, they're going back and they're buying the 20, 30-year-old hip hop, but then they also want J. Cole album or the Kanye West, right? His new album, right? Like my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fate's probably one of the best-selling hip-hop albums I have.
Alex has been working at Fort's for several years now.
There's definitely been a resurgence, and we get kids that are 6 years old that are coming in getting records, and even seniors as well. So it's quite a wide range of people that come in the shop. So it's just about keeping that flame alive, with just the right people doing the right things.
In the mid to late 1970s, the cultural shockwave that would be known as hip-hop emerged and was born out of New York City, the Bronx.
Thanks so much, guys, for joining us on another episode of Spinformation. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I can't wait to go home and listen to my new Biggie record on vinyl.
I'll have to try hip-hop on vinyl.
Yeah, me too. Moving on, we have School's Out. Where's Mackenzie heading today?
To her alma mater to reunite with a dynamic duo of art teachers.
Welcome to School's Out. I'm Mackenzie Dobb, and today we're at Sir Johnny MacDonald, my past high school. Today we're interviewing Ryan Johnson and Todd Babency, two art teachers who have a little bit more in common than what you'd think.
So with the visual arts or art or whatever, really cover all of it if we can. I prefer art over anything else, so it'll be digital photography, drawing and painting, any of the grade 9, 10, and up to grade 12 stuff.
The art department's been busy this year. We've got Artists Anonymous. We meet on Tuesday, and we were involved in all kinds of projects, murals around the school, welcome signs, that kind of thing. And I got to the point where I just realized that that was almost as much fun as making art. Helping people make art was almost as much fun as making my own art.
I was able to land a long-term occasional job, meaning a supply teaching gig where you're there at the same school, working with the same classes day after day for an extended amount of time. And that's where I first met Ryan Johnson as a student.
So we really enjoy teaching art.
But we love hanging out outside of school.
Got a basketball. Nice.
Yeah. Are you going?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Oh, you're going too? All right.
There are days when there are more social times when there might be a couple of iced teas going on, that kind of thing. And then there's art-related stuff once in a while too,
We've done some touring of some of the local establishments that create, micro beers and brews.
And then, of course, our true passion, which is basketball. the relationship was just, we're both very much on the same page when it comes to, I think, teaching styles, even just mentality when it comes to like workload. Like neither of us, we both take the job very seriously, but neither of us take it so seriously that it encompasses entirely who we are.
Weirdly, we just didn't focus on that. It just became friends. It was pretty easy. As soon as you didn't worry about the math of the ages and all of that, it just clicked really nicely.
He doesn't even look 20 years older than me anyway, so it's awesome.
Thanks for joining me at school today. I'm Mackenzie Dubb, Conestoga Connected, and I'm out.
Coming up, Kyle Runquist and the Out of Place crew visit the owner of a local construction business and his 3 interesting pets. And in tryouts, our own host, Sarah Gazzola, sees if she can make the cut. This and more on Conestoga Connected. 2 things you might not expect to see together are dump trucks and South American wildlife.
Though that's exactly what Kyle found when he visited an unusual farm in Guelph.
Here's Out of Place.
Hi, I'm Kyle Runquist, and welcome to Out of Place. On today's segment, we're here at a farm to speak to the owner named John and to look at his 3 llamas. Let's take a look.
I got the llamas basically given to me. I was doing a delivery to a farm and I asked what he had the llamas for, and he said to me, he says, if you want them, you can have them. So I said, okay. So I inherited 3 llamas probably about 6 years ago. Why I have them, I don't know.
They each have pretty unique names that are related in a clever way.
There are 3 sisters actually, what I've been told. They're all named after coffee. I think the previous owner just had them in the backyard, and when she had coffee in the morning, she named one mocha, cappuccino, and latte, and I guess that's to do with their colors.
Llamas are native to South America. The height of a full-grown llama is 5.6 to 5.9 feet tall and can weigh between 290 to 400 pounds.
They just eat grass, and I feed them a little bit of hay in the winter.
The scientific name of a llama is actually llama glama. They're also members of the camel family and travel in packs.
When it gets, basically they stay outside all the time. If need be, they'll come inside on their own. There's an access they can get into the barn, but most of the time they're outside, and quite often they're in the front yard of the house, just munching away at the gardens. My wife ain't too happy about it, but that's what it is.
We also spoke to an employee of Guelph Auto Parts who was lucky enough to visit mocha, cappuccino, and latte at the farm.
I deliver parts for Guelph Auto Parts, and normally we expect to see some dogs when we go to the shops. The other day I went to Sloot Construction, and when I pulled in there were some llamas and cows, which was kind of cool. Definitely didn't expect to see them.
The llamas have a small paradise with the amount of land that John is able to provide for them.
It's good for when kids come over and grandkids. They kind of take a look at them and have some fun with them.
This is mocha, cappuccino, and latte, and Kyle Runquist. Thanks for watching.
Okay, now I want a llama, or 3.
Me too. However, now we'll be making the jump from the farm to the arena.
Who's the average Joe this week?
I wonder. Here's tryouts.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Tryouts. I'm your host, Tyler Woodman, and we're in Cambridge at the beautiful Cambridge Sports Park to learn about hockey. So before we get going, guys, we need to introduce you to our pro, and that is our friend Liam Hurley. Liam Hurley, how long have you been playing hockey for now?
I've been playing it for about 17 years, skating for about 18.
Okay, yeah, and how old are you now?
21.
Oh, so basically your whole life.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's pretty good. Anyways, what do you think is in store now for your career?
Well, I'm still playing junior. Not too sure what I'm playing after, still in school.
All right, well, let's go let some clappers go then. Well, you met our pro, Liam. Now it's time to meet our guest, and that's our own Sarah Gazzola.
Not sure how I'm gonna stop. There we go.
Oh, there
Not
you go.
bad.
You made it in one piece.
Yeah, apparently.
Cool. Sarah, are you excited or what?
I'm a little scared, but I think it'll be fun.
Well, you got enough equipment to protect you if you fall down anyways.
Definitely.
All right, well, let's get going then.
Let's do it.
Hockey is played with 5 players on a side and a goalie. The object in hockey is to take the puck from one end of the ice up to the other end of the ice and score on the opposing team's goalie. Games last 60 minutes, consisting of 3 20-minute periods. At the end of the 3 periods, the team with the most goals scored wins the game. So Sarah, did you have fun?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, would you do it again?
Maybe. It was a lot of work, but it was really fun, so maybe.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have today for our episode. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
I got that.
How you feeling, Sarah?
A little sore. Join us after the break where our co-hosts Jake and Tristan will present some more great segments.
Stay tuned.
After the break, we take a look at a brewery that mixes a little hip into their hops.
The owners, as well as myself being the general manager, we're all either musicians or big music fans.
Then we meet with 2 women who forged their careers from the ground up.
I think that it's really empowering to be able to have an idea and maybe draw it and then actually make it a reality.
Welcome back to Conestoga Connected. My name is Tristan Greenoff.
And I'm Jake Stevens. What do we have in store for everyone today, Tristan?
Songs, scares, smiths, and skates.
That's quite the variety. Let's get connected.
First up, the Getting Crafty team heads to Cambridge for some rhythm and brews. Now, I've heard of rhythm and blues, but rhythm and brews? Let's check it out.
Hey guys, I hope you're ready to get crafty. I'm Alex, your host, and I'm here in Cambridge today, and we're gonna be checking out a brewery that likes to mix music and beer. Let's go learn a thing, or dare I say 2, about rhythm and brews. Let's go meet the crew.
This is our brew house, so this is a 15 hectoliter system. So that means we'll do 1,500 liters per batch. The left tank, that's just our HLT, which is a hot liquor tank. It's not a tank full of vodka. It's a tank full of water. So we have that for our hot water. We do filtration before because a lot of people don't really look at water always as such an important factor. But we do reverse osmosis, so it's down to pretty much clean, pure water. And then we add different salts that really accentuate what characteristics we're looking for beers we brew. The one to the right, that's our mash tun and lauter tun. So the mash tun is where we put our grains in mixed with water. So whatever we end up picking for our malts. So generally it's barley as your primary malt ingredient. And then we'll have different roast ones, or we'll have wheat or oats or rye or whatever we end up doing for each specialty beer we're doing.
Since you kind of got the stage and stuff designed here.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is a main feature of your business. You like making music, you like entertaining people.
Yeah, so that's a big thing even up on the wall. Local music, local beer is a big part to our business. The owners, as well as myself being the general manager, we're all either musicians or big music fans. So a big part that we wanted to do with creating this brewery was allowing music and beer to come together.
On tap today, Monastery, a beer with unlikely origins.
So what it is, it's a Belgian style triple. So this was a Abbey style of beer. So it was originally a style that was created by monks. And what we did is this actually, we had a previous recipe where we won a gold at the Ontario Brewing Awards. A lot of sweetness to it. High alcohol, it's 9.5% alcohol.
That's the stuff I like to hear. You could easily drink a lot of this without warning, because it's good. Thank you so much for having us, Matt. This was a great time.
It's great to have you here.
We just got crafty, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one.
Awesome.
You might think that becoming a blacksmith is no longer a career option, but it is. The crew from Cool Callings found this out this week when they went to visit Toothsmiths in Kitchener. Let's take a look.
I took a weekend course, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. About a month later, I took the advanced course, which was a tool making course, which was also a 3-day course. and that's all the formal training I've had. There's an organization called Artist Blacksmithing Association of North America, and they would set up conferences for the purpose of teaching other blacksmiths.
I have taken some courses outside of Two Smiths out in Floridale, and a few private ones just with blacksmiths that I've met through the Ontario Artist Blacksmith Association.
Search out introductory courses to try, and blacksmiths are incredibly open about their process and how they make things and how they form their tools. And it's not as though there are secrets that people are harboring, because you can understand how to do something intellectually, but you still have to learn the skill, and it takes a long time.
There's a lot of exciting stuff online, but once you've looked there, I'd say the sooner you book a course for yourself, the better.
There are so many aspects to forged iron that are actually incredibly complicated, but of course we don't see that, because what you see is the physical nature of forming the material and working it. It's about the fact that you can take a raw material and manipulate it. I think that it's really empowering to be able to have an idea and maybe draw it and then actually make it a reality. I think that's incredibly powerful experience. One of the main ones that we're working on right now is one of the sculptures for the Ion, so for the LRT. So we've taken a section of the track itself and manipulated it. So we forged it and we sliced it, and we've taken what looks like train track and shaped it into now what looks like bones.
It's interesting working with a material that, and knowing that it's going to outlive you. That's kind of you end up approaching it differently, I think.
Toothsmiths also offers workshops in blacksmithing, coppersmithing, and bronze casting.
Cool, or should I say hot. Check out their website, twosmiths.ca, for upcoming workshops. We'll be right back after this.
After the break, a painful punishment hangs in the balance for the hosts of Do or Die.
Hands up for Josh, hands up for Aaron.
And see the spookier side of Cambridge. Coming up on Conestoga Connected.
Hey, who wants to be scared? I know I sure do. This week, our team of movie buffs head out to Cambridge to take a look at a scary movie, Silent Hill 2, which was based on a survival horror video game.
Here's film locales.
Halloween may have come and gone, but Cambridge cannot stop being creepier than a pyramid head. Today we take you to the part of Cambridge where Silent Hill 2 was formed. Due to its classic architecture, many buildings like the BMO building were used during the filming. For contrast, here is Cambridge's main street today. And here is a behind-the-scenes shot when they were filming Silent Hill 2. Main Street, as we've previously shown, is known as being a very popular filming spot. We spoke to a business owner who actually explained to us what they had to do to his shop to get it ready for the filming.
Well, when Silent Hill came here around 2011, 2012, for the city downtown, it was a big deal. Motion movie coming to town. They did a lot of changes to buildings to make it fit their what they wanted. I know here at Mr. Sub, they put a different sign up, and it was a lot of commotion. It was good for the city at the time because, like you said, a little town like Cambridge, 130,000 filming a movie, you know, which was good. So
the main reason why Cambridge is used so frequently as a filming location is due to its abundance of old classic buildings. You could say that Cambridge has a very storied history of keeping it old school. Filming also took place in these areas. You just gotta love that historic architecture. As you've seen by now, Cambridge can bring the creep factor. And even though some businesses have found that the constant filming of horror stories is somewhat of a hindrance to their business, Cambridge as a horror set is undeniable. This is Stephen Roski for Conestoga Connected Cambridge, signing off.
Much like a newborn fawn, the boys at Do or Die stumble through this week's competition.
If deer had wheels, you'd be right, Jake. I'm excited to see Josh and Aaron go head-to-head this week.
Me too. Let's watch.
Hi, my name's Josh Whalen. And I'm Aaron Stanley. And we're here with the Royal City Roller Derby
to learn the basics of roller derby.
Let's check it out.
So could you give us a short summary on what roller derby is?
Sure. Roller derby is a full contact sport that is played with full protective gear, as you can see, and it is played on quad roller skates, so the four-wheeled skates, not inline ones. So a game of roller derby just involves a lot of skating, a lot of strategy, a lot of very controlled, purposeful hits, and it's really just a lot of fun. Engage your core, put one foot up, and then use that, both the bottom leg and this one, to drive up to standing. There you go.
When I first put the skates on, it was very hard. I had a hard time balancing. I had to get two of the people to help me out. Staying on the roller skates and not falling, I had a really big trouble with that.
Anea taught us a bunch of skills that had to do with roller derby, and they were a lot of basic skills, so like learning how to stand, how to fall, how to skate.
Out of me and Josh, who do you think is going to win?
Well, that's going to be hard because it depends on what skills that we try to challenge with, but I would say that Josh might have a little bit of an edge on you.
For this challenge, we'll be tested on the skills that we've learned today.
We have Anea and 4 other skaters judging us on those skills. That makes 5 skaters.
5 judges.
Let's do this. I'm going to skate circles around Aaron. I'm literally skating circles around Aaron.
So the first skill that we're going to test is the double knee slide. Raise your hand for Josh.
I didn't feel that confident through the competition. I was constantly somewhat failing through all of them, except for the T-Rex maneuver.
The next skill is going to be toe stop walking. So what you're going to do, again, tight core, you're going to get onto the triangle of the 2 front wheels and your toe stops, and you're going to just sit down and walk. Hands up for Aaron.
I think Josh might beat me in this one.
Hands up for Josh. Hands up for Josh.
How do you feel that I won? How do you feel, Aaron, that you're going to lose?
Stop! I'm not surprised that I lost, but I am disappointed in myself.
I'm not really surprised I won. Just a little disappointed in Aaron, I guess. My name's Josh Whalen.
And I'm Aaron Stanley, and this has been Do or Die. We'll see you next time.
Wow, an excellent display of skill from both Josh and Aaron. You and I should give that a try sometime, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. So on that note, let's make like our own pair of skates and roll out. Thank you for joining us on another week of Conestoga Connected.
Check out our website at conestogaconnected.ca and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'll see you next time.
Okay, that was a great episode.